Good morning, people. So this week's walk we're going to be revisiting the Greenburn round. This is actually the first Wainwright bagging route I've done back when I started a few years ago. Didn't really do anything to show the route. A few people have actually asked me would I refilm it again if I'm up here, and we're in the area, so we thought we'll go and do this today, as it's only around 7 to 8 miles and 4 to 5 hours-ish. But it's for Wainwright, and this is one of the best Wainwright bagging routes in my opinion, and probably one of the easiest. It's got Helm Crag on, you can just see in the background with the howitzer. Yeah, it's a really good route this, but thought I'd refilm it and put it in the route for future reference for people. So the first fell of the day is up here. It's called Steel Fell. I think it's also called Dead Pike as well. I just always remember when we done this the first time that it's very steep going up. This was well before we'd even done many Wainwright, so whether our fitness levels are a lot better now, which is assumed they are. Bit of a tough start to the walk, but what I would say, once you're over Steel Fell, it's literally just plain sailing all the way to Helm Crag before you come off towards the end. It's quite an easy going walk after you've done the first one, but it's a very good start to the day. Only thing I would say, I do remember that a lot of this walk's boggy. I've noticed around the area is quite muddy, so I'm probably going to be bad up there, but we'll assess the situation when we get up there. So it's actually Easter today. Happy Easter, people. And weather's absolutely fantastic. Last few weeks all over the UK has been terrible, just rain, and looks like a good day for it. Emma's had said that today is going to be sunny all day, 90% cloud-free summits, barely any wind, so looks like a belter day for it, man. And these fells aren't massive, they're in the 500, so shouldn't really be getting much cloud cover. And you can see Helm Crag, how clear it is anyway. You see up there to Stone Arter, that's Fairfield Horseshoe Ways, nice and clear, man. You've actually done a fair bit of ascent when you come past the houses there. As you can see, it's not a massive ascent up there. Pretty much flattens out after you've been up here. It's just little ups and downs. I had to bring a walking pole with me, man. When we did the Ullswater Way last week, absolutely wrote me Achilles heel off, and the pain, I've took time off from doing anything, the pain just keeps coming back. Probably shouldn't be pushing it, but I'll be okay. So you can see a few people up ahead of us, seeing quite a few over that side, walking up and down. There's people going up to Helm Crag there. We've come up a fair bit already. You can see where the cars are parked in a lay-by just outside the Grasmere. Great parking spot that, but it was actually full then this morning, probably because it's Easter. Everyone's down with the weather being good, but you just got to get here a bit early, you know what I mean? You'll always get a free parking spot. I'll tell you something though, when we first done the Wainwright bagging route a few years ago, mate, I was struggling here, and just goes to show you how much your fitness improves. Bit of a tip, bring a hiking pole if you've got one, just for this part of the walk. Takes a bit of the pressure off, and it's good to come down Helm Crag with one, because when you come off there, quite steep in parts, so it's handy just to have one. Just strap it to your bag even if you're not using it. Ends up just passing them people as they were struggling to get up. That's what I mean about having a pole. Gets you up this path fast, man. It was definitely a lot harder when I first done it years ago. Not far off the top of Steel Fell. I know the summit's in this area somewhere in the middle by like a fence line. So you can see in the elevation profile we're nearly up the top, and then flattens out and then downhill from the ends after Helm Crag, so it's nice and easy after this part. And then you can just see there Steel Fell. We're over halfway up here. Nearly done most of the elevation. It's not too bad to be fair. And we're just under 50 minutes deep. You can see where we've come from, the lay-by. There's the very end of the walk. And we're only going as far as that over there and turning back at Helm Crag, I think it's called. The wind's actually picked up on this section, proper gusty. Wasn't mentioned in the weather report. You just see a couple of people coming off there, someone going up. The weather report hasn't said the gusts for this bad. We're actually on the open tops now, so that's probably why it's not great, but it's just coming and going, the wind. Some view that at Helm here. Unbelievable, man. And there's your summit there, just by the fence post. You can see there's one very similar, but that is the summit, the second one along. Looks exactly the same actually. First known bag, Steel Fell. Steel Fell, 553 metres, or as it's known as well as Dead Pike. Well, first on of the day. Felt a little summit, this one. And you can see here we're going to be heading over past that water, round Helm Crag, round here somewhere. It's fairly flat coming around this section. You've basically done all your ascent, and it's just little tiny bits of ups and downs before you head down later on at the end, which is a good thing. So don't let the start discourage you. I just remember from last time this section is very boggy, so just open, well, you can see already just coming into it. Just got to navigate round it. Don't want to be falling down no hole, man. Mate, you can see how bad this is. They put bits of wood on the floor. Just go for it. Be careful. Yeah, I don't know whether to just avoid that and go round. I'm not even risking that, mate. No shoes on. If I had boots, I'd risk it, but no thanks. I'll find a way round across it. I remember I told you it was boggy, but I don't remember it being this bad. Oh mate, I don't even think there's a way around it. Just watery everywhere. Oh, that's not good though. Just be careful when you're crossing that. I went in on a bit of an angle and half my foot went in. You wouldn't want to fall on that because that bog was quite deep and it'll probably submerge your legs. You just see there, I tried to avoid it though, but it's just water everywhere. But yeah, gotta cross eventually anyway. Just see, I just know this section with the water's bad in a bit. The section starts to get really bad. You can just see there, it's just bog everywhere, so you just gotta be careful. You're alright once you get over to Helm Crag and you're on that straight, it's not as bad. Is it deep? Yeah, it's not great, is it? Yeah, you can jump across, but you just don't want to really make a mistake. Oh no. Give that a miss and jump. So where's your path here? So now we're getting over that, like, that's not good. We've literally been doing long jumps the whole time to get over here. Yeah, go round it. Like you can pass to the left side, just through the high grass, unless you're happy to walk through deep water. Yeah, you can get across. This is just bog, mate. It's good to even have a hiking pole just to feel around what sections are deep. if you can wear boots and maybe gaiters just as a precaution, or even bring gaiters with you, because not worse when you get your feet soaked when you're walking. Long jumps to do here. Yeah, that's okay. You can get across here, you know. There's a big sheet of stone in the middle. It's got good stepping stones. Oh. Helm Crag, 537 metres, second one of the day. Built a little fell this. Some views from here, like. See down the valley there, looks quality. We're going to be heading in that direction. You can see the howitzer, our last fell of the day, but just going to grab a sandwich now. Mate, gust of wind. Some bad gust of winds today. Just going to grab a quick sandwich down and then we'll crack on to the next fell. But yeah, belter. Maybe we're going to have to find somewhere just not on the summit to eat this sandwich here. The gusts are so bad, not even joking. We're standing there and they got blew over. So just going to find something along the way to shelter us for a bit. That's not good there. You can see that there's still boggy sections, but this bit isn't half as wet and it's a lot easier to get across as there's rock everywhere and stuff like that. Okay, maybe this is bad in sections up here still on this side. I don't actually recall it being this bad last time, but to be honest, this is a very popular route. Seen so many people already today, and it's walked a lot, so we're just coming out of winter now as well. It's just wet and muddy, but I still don't think it's half as bad as the middle part before. We ended up sacking having a sandwich, and we're going to have one on the next fell, Gibson Knott, because that wind was just horrendous. It's still quite gusty, but you've got a bit more coverage here. Found a nice little spot for something to eat. We were going to head on to the next summit, but it's nice and calm down here just because you're in a bit of a bowl. So I'm just going to have a sandwich here for about 10 minutes, just air my feet out. I don't know why, but the Gore-Tex just went through on my shoes and my feet are soaked, but it is what it is. Yeah, just chill here for 10 minutes and then crack on to Gibson Knott, the next one. Doing good for time anyway. Third summit of the day, Gibson Knott, 422 metres. You see our last one in the distance, Helm Crag. Not far to go, gonna go down a bit and then back up. One more to go now, Helm Crag. And reckons we've got about an hour left on the GPS to summit and then come down. And you can just see there, you come off here now, and then there's the howitzer in the background. See quite a few people in that area. You can just see our last wild camp there, Eastdale Town. Loads of people going up there. Yeah, you can see the waterfalls and everything from up here. Belter.
That doesn't like the perspective you get through.
You can see here where we came up at the start, the 3 humps and round. Gibson Knott behind, where them people are. Don't know if you can see, but someone's on top of the howitzer in the distance the last summer. I think he might be stuck up there because he's been trying to get down for a while. I'll link my original video that I made for this walk years ago, and I climbed that, and it's easy getting up there, but coming down it's a bit sketchy, man. And I don't think I'll be doing that again. Not with the wind gusts, man. Been there and done it. Don't think I'll ever do it again. But I think Wainwright had basically said that is the highest point on top of the Lion and the Lamb, or the howitzer, whatever you want to call it. But there is a summit cairn below. Or you don't obviously have to climb that, but a lot of people do. But I can just see that guy, he's been up there for quite a while and he looks like he can't get down. Last bit of ascent for the day up to Helm Crag. Only a little bit of a rocky section up there, and then that's 4 bags and the route done. So we'll head back to the car.
In 90 feet, turn right.
Last summit of the day, Helm Crag, 405 metres. See the howitzer behind if you want to go and climb that. And there's a little summit here, little summit cairn. I climbed that last time I was up here. I'll link the video below, but it wasn't fun. Looks a lot easier today though while it's dry. I done it in stupid weather. But yeah, it's worth climbing if you're into climbing, mate. So we're parked there on that lay-by where all the cars are, and we're actually going to head down this way into Grasmere and come through the village back to the car. You can actually head off down the side there, but it's a bit of a pain because it's steep. So even though this section is steep, but that section is not great, and it's nice to just walk through the village. So we're going to go this way. Probably add a bit of time on, but you can see it's not far to the car. Quite steep this last section coming down, and rocky, but you just got to take your time, be a bit careful because it can get a bit dangerous, especially in bad weather. But it's okay, it's quite dry, the rock's quite smooth, so you get a bit slippy at points. But yeah, we're nearly at the bottom. So the sheep at the bottom has been trying to climb that wall to eat a leaf, and it's just got stuck, and it's probably going to get stuck again. My god. The Lancrig, your dream forest and barn wedding venue. If you get married, people, you know where to come. Right people, the Greenburn round, let's get into it. So if you look here, Grasmere, so literally just outside the village on the A591, there's a place called Chestnut Villa and also the Traveller's Rest. The parking is in between there. And as you can see here from above, you could probably get like maybe 40, 50 cars there. As you can see, it's absolutely massive. The lay-by runs all the way down. I have noticed if it's really busy, people just carry on parking further up on the grass and stuff, and I don't think no one's bothered. But basically that's the best place to start the walk. I've never been there and not got a parking space. I've parked there many a times in the past, and for me it's the best parking space in the lakes. So it's nice and easy parking, to be fair, but worst case, if you can't park there, just go a bit further down the road. So back on yourself, just as you've come out of Grasmere, there's a place here called Holland's Farm Cottage. That is like now a caravan park, I think. And just here is another lay-by. That's another massive one, to be fair. Drop the man in. As you can see, loads of parking. You probably get 20 cars in there. You've got plenty of options to start the walk, and it's always good when it's free, isn't it? So can't complain. But yeah, great little parking spot, and even if you're just going into Grasmere for the day, you could always use that parking, or you're doing other fells in the area. But as I say, that's the best place to park by the Traveller's Rest. But a quick look at the walk anyway. As you can see, parking. And I've started there. Here's where the Traveller's Rest is here. As you can see on top of which comes up as a cafe. But yeah, facing there, you cut across the field. You pop over a little stream and you walk up a road for a while, past some houses, before you start heading up to the first fell, which is Steel Fell. But as it said in the walk, that part at the very start is quite steep. If you've got a walking pole, just take it with you, because it's handy for that first section. You end up passing over 3 humps. As I say, it's quite steep, so a walking pole's handy, but it's also handy for later on in the walk when it gets boggy. Good little measuring tool just to see if it's how deep the water is and stuff, so you don't end up submerging your feet or anything like that. You can always put it down and put it back on the back of your bag anyway. But yeah, that first section's fairly steep before you go up to Steel Fell. As I mentioned in the video, that was my first ever Wainwright bagging route, and I do remember that we did struggle quite a bit there, to be fair. Obviously we've completed the Wainwright now, and the amount of fitness I've gained since, it didn't seem that hard, and I've had a bit of an Achilles problem from doing the Ullswater Way. I've just aggravated it and keeps reoccurring, and probably need to take time off from walking. But yeah, I walked up that fine, and we kept a quick pace, to be fair, up to Steel Fell. But as you can see here, 553 metres. It's also known as Dead Pike, but once you're up there, there's not really much scent after that. It's a lot of flat walking, but you're up there within about an hour. And then from that section, you can see there's a lot of water, and this section is very boggy, man. It's not the best. Although I love this walk, that is one of the worst on most of the Wainwright bagging routes. I went when it was a bit more dried out the first time, but it was very wet and muddy the other day. Wainwright even mentions in the book that it's like that, and he was definitely right about that. Once you get over to this section, to Helm Crag, here at 537 metres, carrying on towards Gibson Knott, it's not as wet as that last section, but it is muddy, and again, you've just got to be careful. Good little fell like Helm Crag, to be fair, and you get some great views of the mountain ranges around you, over towards Easdale Town and stuff like that. It's a nice summit, that, as is the first one. And from here, when you're heading over to Gibson Knott, as I say, muddy terrain again, you would have seen on the video. As I say, not a lot of ascent there, little bits of ups and down over to Gibson Knott, the third Wainwright. Isn't my favourite summit, Gibson Knott. There's actually another summit that you could get confused, might be the summit, but you'll know once you go there. It's fairly obvious which one's the official summit. And then once you've bagged Gibson Knott, you head up to Helm Crag, or the Lion and the Lamb, the Howitz, or whatever you want to call it. And this is a tiny bit of ascent up a bit of a hill up to the summit. Wainwright does mention that the actual official summit is basically the top of the Howitzer, so people climb it, and the first time I actually done this route, I climbed up to the top of it, and I'll be honest, I'm not really afraid of much when it comes to heights and stuff, but it's sketchy. But if you're going to go climb up it, just be careful. But there's actual pile of rocks and stuff below, so you don't have to go and climb the howitzer, you know what I mean? But once was enough for me, so I didn't go up it on this occasion, but I'll link the other video below, and you'll see when I went up it, like. But yeah, one of my favourite summits, Helm Crag, absolutely fantastic, just because of the rock formation and stuff up there. Very unique summit, which in my opinion is one of the best in the lakes, one of the best Wainwrights. But you'll understand when you go up there. It's not a massive walk, to be honest, and coming off Helm Crag down towards Grasmere, it's just steep. You can head back on yourself here, back to your car, but we tend to just walk through Grasmere just for something to do. It's just a nicer walk down the road there. As I say, not a big walk, man. Here's a quick look at the stats. So you can see there 8.3 miles. You can see the elevation profile, as I say, the start of the walks, the steep part. After Calf Crag, you're basically going down. So, oh yeah, because I didn't even think Steel Fell is actually higher than Helm Crag, although you wouldn't think that if you looked at them, but goes to show. So moving time 4 hours and 2 minutes, and track recorded time 4 hours and 43 minutes. Nice and easy one. But yeah, it's short and sweet, this walk. As I say, that was my first Wainwright bagging route, and still up there, one of my favourites. As I say, just be careful with the boggy parts. I'd suggest wearing boots if you've got boots rather than shoes. I wore my shoes, and to be fair, they got submerged in water and my feet were wet. And also, if you've got gaiters, just take them in your bag as a precaution. Try and take a walking pole, but you don't have to, because the first time I didn't take one, but always handy to have in your pack. Short and sweet route, but still one of the best Wainwright bagging routes. Not a lot more to say about it, to be honest. But as always, people, anything relevant, I'll link in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.